This is Kathryn Massell, and this is the Normalizing Your Desires guided audio journey, our introductory journey for women walking the Phoenix Path. Find a comfortable, distraction-free space. Lay down. Get yourself comfortable. Make sure you are warm enough for about the next 20 minutes. As you are laying down, you can focus on a point just slightly above your normal horizon of sight, just slightly above, straight ahead. Or you may close your eyes and simply imagine a fixed point in your mind that is slightly above eye level. You can roll your eyes up past this point as if you're looking into your own eyebrows, or you can imagine doing that from behind the veil of your closed eyes. This naturally cues the body to go into a different brain state, cues the mind to go into a different level or frequency of mind. As you do this, breathe in, taking a deep inhalation of breath and out. Relax. Be at peace. Feel the tranquility and serenity of the now present moment overtaking you, enveloping you, calling you in, further into yourself. If your eyes are not closed already, close them now. Imagine there is a large screen in your mind's eye, and it is blank. When I cue you to inhale and then exhale, I'm going to cue you to see the number 3 on this screen 3 times. We'll do another inhale, exhale, and you'll see the number 2 3 times. I will cue you to a final inhale and exhale where you will see the number 1 3 times, as if flashing on this screen right in front of you in quick succession. With each number counting down, you will feel more relaxed, more present, more peaceful, more focused. Inhale, breathing in deep, and as you exhale, imagine the number 3 on the screen in front of you, flashing 3 times. 3, 3, 3. And now inhale and exhale, looking at the number 2, 2, 2. Inhale, and as you exhale, see the number 1 on the screen 3 times. 1, 1, 1. You have now cued your being to be physically relaxed, mentally relaxed, and you have cued your body to go into the alpha state of awareness. To deepen into this level and pure relaxation of body and mind, I'm going to count down from 10 to 1. With each count downwards to 1, imagine you are walking a staircase, and as you imagine in your mind's eye looking down as if you're looking down over a balcony or over a flight of stairs, so you have that looking down feeling, or that feeling of descending somewhere deeper. 10. Stepping down, moving down, going deeper. 9. Feeling each muscle, every nerve, every fiber of your being letting loose, turning loose, and you go deeper. 8. Descending down, moving down, floating down. You have that floating down, looking down feeling. 7. 6. Going deeper, feeling more relaxed as you go deeper, descending down with each muscle, every nerve, every fiber of your being, letting loose, turning loose, and you go deeper. 4. 3. Descending, going deeper, relaxing. 2. Relaxing as you move down, descend down, going deeper. 1. Feeling so relaxed, so present, so focused and attentive to this moment and these words. Through pleasure and expectation, you normalize your desires. When you try to deliberately create from your human, from the egoic level of mind, you are trying to bend reality to your will. If identifying with your human vessel completely and solely and with the egoic mind, you are identified with separation. You are identified then with what you want as always feeling outside of you. What you desire will always feel full of limitations and hurdles and obstacles. When identifying with your human self, you will always recognize these as being outside of you. As your divine human self, you are one with the whole. You are one with all. As a divine human, you realize that what you want is already yours. As an individual point of consciousness, as an individual point of awareness, you are consciousness experiencing itself. You are experiencing yourself and consciousness itself simultaneously. You are consciousness experiencing itself through this current and temporary identity. And when you align more with this state, you are in your divine human aspect. What you imagine and desire when connected to this level of perceiving yourself and your reality is already created, as it is already part of the whole, already known as a truth of being, already recognized by consciousness as part of it. Within you, as a focal point of consciousness itself, as an agent of consciousness itself, experiencing itself through itself, then you know there is no one to give what you desire to you but yourself. And so you know it is already yours. And this gives you so much pleasure to realize this, immense gratitude and praise towards source consciousness and for yourself, by yourself and to yourself, because you are one with the gifts of all source, because you are source. You feel pleasure, relief, ease, exultation, and enthusiasm because you no longer deny yourself of that which is. And you know, as a divine human, as source consciousness experiencing itself in this reality bubble, that you are human, but you are never not that which is connection to all. Divine human. And this connection, when realized every day at many points throughout your day, and the pleasure, joy, and bliss you feel with this connection, it only builds, only feels more solid, so solid that you feel in the world but not of it. You are magic and pure being in a world of form, of matter, and you utilize this illusion of this world of form to simply merge with the experiences that you, as an agent of consciousness, want to have. This makes your experience with your desires shift. It normalizes your desires. You don't feel separate from them. You merge with them. You imagine them, and they are already created. It is already so. You allow the experience to simply unfold with peace, pleasure, joy, grace. Source denies itself nothing. And you are Source, in synchronous harmony with all, separate from nothing, and only more resonant with what you desire from the pleasure you feel from it. Pleasure is your gateway. Pleasure is your gateway to allowing the unfolding. With pleasure, there is no need to manipulate, to force, to be clever, to outsmart, to be deliberate. You simply merge with what already is. You assume, you expect it. It is already given to you by your highest aspect of self. You are the mediator of God consciousness expansion in your experience. Source itself has no preference. You, as an agent of Source consciousness, choose. You prefer. You define the experience as part of the will of consciousness and the action of consciousness. That is you as a divine human. And it is so. And this is so. Source experiences everything that is itself through you, through us. You are right now, as a divine human, at the leading edge of experiencing a new level, a new phase, a new conceptualization and imagination of life. And this is so. This easy and natural anticipation of all that is coming gives you immense pleasure. You feel it in every fiber of your being. And this saturation of pleasure is to feel Source, unfragmented, undistorted, unbounded, perfect, and whole. It fills you only with expectation. It is done. It is coming. It is already on the way. Your desires are no longer on a pedestal. You are Source in a divine human incarnation, giving your desires to yourself as an agent of Source, exercising dominion over yourself, over your individuated consciousness. If you are giving it all to yourself, allowing it, merging with what already is, then it is perfectly normal. The pleasure and excitement you feel with your desires is normal, not out of the ordinary, perfectly normal, anticipated, expected. Before, as an unawakened human, not recognizing or celebrating her divinity, your desires felt too great, too big. You felt separate from them, unworthy of them. But now, you normalize pleasure. You normalize expectation of what you want, because it is normal to expect what is already there. If it is already there, it doesn't feel like an over-the-top, uncomfortable, unfamiliar emotion that is too big, because it is already so familiar, so normal, so everyday, so relaxed, so easy, so assumed, so anticipated. And it is normal to feel pleasure every day, fulfilled, satisfied by what is already supporting and sustaining you. And it is easy, normal, pleasurable, assumed, expected that you will just keep building on and expanding that which already is. Now that you have what you want, it is so normal, so expected, the most natural, easy, and comfortable thing in the world. And all you need to do is allow yourself to feel the pleasure. That is your gateway to this ease, and you just flow with that. You allow that. Whatever you want, you know once you have it, you feel normal because you've expected it. You assumed it was already so. You assumed it was already going to be this way, so it is already so. It is easy to feel pleasure and expectation and to flow with new possibilities, with what you want, what is normal to you, what is already flowing in. It is easy to just add on to what already is, stay in the resonance of what is already so. It is easy because it is so completely normal, and you delight in feeling elation as new things, experiences, and events come in. But it is not because they are so surprising or unexpected, but because you are celebrating and you are grateful for what is easy for you to call in and experience as source experiencing itself. Through the agent, your identity as an agent of source, this individuated consciousness that is you are choosing from the field of higher intelligence, of how source can experience itself next. This relieves you. This relaxes you. What is easy and normal relaxes you. As you listen more and more to these words, feel more and more relax. You feel more peace. You experience more satisfaction. You expect more and more of the same. More joy, more pleasure, and more experiences that provide those feelings as you are already providing the feeling of pleasure and joy. Naturally, the experiences that unfold will be resonant with that, because that is now normal in your life. What you know to be true, you expect. And what you celebrate, what comes by being in celebration, in a place of satisfaction, of pleasure, what will present as pleasure will just be more of the same, of what you already know, of what you already expect, of what you already allow. You radiate your pleasure. You show others how to celebrate and make normal who they are as divine humans too. Your prosperity of pleasure. Your prosperity of pleasure prospers others. You pay pleasure forward by just being yourself in your pleasure, in your celebration of life, embracing and embodying the normal of joy, of peace, of grace, ease, of flow. And you simply expect more of that which already is every day. When you believe and act out of accord with this truth, you denormalize and you destabilize what is already so, because then you are trying to serve two masters. The egoic mind, the egoic you, that feels you are separate from all that which is. That is one master you previously served. But you realize through the contrast of living out that experience that it is not the level of mind, the perspective of being, that allows the pleasure and normalcy of that which already is to flow in. The egoic you that feeds this idea of separation, that builds the illusion of separation, that is the false you. That is the you that will make you to think, or allow you to think, that you can deliberately bend the will of God to suit you. It will always feel outside of you. The divine you, that which is a point of awareness and function of the whole of consciousness. It is not separate from it. Remember who you are as a divine human, and you will no longer serve two masters. You no longer give power to the outside world and think forces outside of you grant your desires. You are the mediation of the all in your experience. You give yourself all that you desire because it is simply the highest aspect of you, giving you what you ask. And what you ask for is given because it is already there. It is already within you, never outside of you. You are the resource because you are source. You are the cause and the effect of this life. You are the cause and the effect of this life. You are the cause and the effect of this life. You are the resource because you are source. All that you want is from you, for you, to you, given, assumed, expected. Pleasure is your gateway to receiving this. Know, expect that your will is done, and then allow. Feel the pleasure and satisfaction of how normal this is, how regular, how everyday this is, and you will have it. And this is so. As you take a deep breath in now, begin to start bringing yourself back into full waking awareness. And I will count you back up from 1 to the number 5. And upon the number 5 and hearing this number, you will bring yourself back into full waking consciousness, feeling alert, awake, revitalized, full of joy. Or you may simply, if listening to this before bed, drift off into the most beautiful, fulfilling, deep, restful, relaxing, wholesome sleep. 1. Coming back into awareness, back up and out into the waking world. 2. 3. Coming back up, more alert and aware. 4. 5. Fully awake and aware. Take a deep breath in and give gratitude and thanks for all that is.